time you like? Yeah, we could.
Okay, perfect. Okay, amazing. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Cassandra. It's Saturday. I just finished up at my very first needlepointing class and it was so much fun. Everybody there was so nice. The lady teaching the class was just so funny. She was also just so good at teaching everything because I've purchased my first canvas a few months ago. The people at the store showed me one stitch, but I didn't know how to go from there. So I didn't really know what I was doing on my first canvas. It's not even done because I got kind of frustrated and I was like, I don't know what to do. It's very therapeutic. I'm just someone who likes to follow the rules. Like, I want to make sure I'm doing everything correctly, and they gave me like a little kit at this class, which I'm gonna be very transparent. The class was a bit pricey, but they did give you like literally everything and you got to take everything home. And I'll show you guys when I'm back home because I'm feeling a little awkward vlogging in my car, which I don't know why. But the needlepoint place, it's a new place that opened up. I followed a ton of like needlepoint stores in LA and it's very cute. They all like support each other. So when this place was starting to open up, like everyone was talking about it. Everyone as in like the little needlepoint community here in Los Angeles. But they opened up a few weekends ago and they're in Culver City. But when I think of Culver City, I think of just something else. But it was a lot closer to the beach than I was expecting. So I drove a ways for this, but honestly so worth it since the weather's so nice. I'm by the water. It's honestly just such a beautiful Saturday, like no complaints. I stopped and got myself a coffee as well from this place called 310 Coffee. Never been. New coffee shop. It's pretty tasty. They had a really cute patio in the back. It was filled up though, so I just kind of like journaled on like the front little patio, the front tables, whatever you want to say. And I'm also in this phase where I'm trying to do more things alone. Like, I think I'm a very independent person. I've always been, and I don't know what happened over the past few years. I feel like I kind of lost that. Like, there are so many places I want to go to, or so many new things that I see and I'm like, oh, I gotta go here, I gotta go do this or that, and I never go. I have seen restaurants 3 years ago where I'm like, I'm gonna go there one day. 3 years have passed, they're closed, they don't exist anymore, and I'm like, I need to stop doing this. Like, I will wait for somebody to come with me, and if they can't go, I end up just not going. I'm like, I guess I'll wait for next time. I'm like, why, Cassandra? Also, if you watched my last vlog, I mentioned that I was going to tackle my new gardening hobby this weekend, but that's not gonna happen because I never ordered the raised garden bed. So that's not happening. But also, you know what? I was kind of just jumping into it. I don't know like anything about gardening. I was like, I want to grow tomatoes and lettuce. And then I learned that those are two things that you shouldn't really garden or grow in the springtime. So I think maybe later today I'll go to Barnes & Noble, not now because I'm actually really hungry. So I'm gonna go home, make some lunch, maybe needlepoint with the canvas they gave me. Let's go home. I'm feeling like breakfast food. It's already like 12, but you know what? There's no such thing as, you know, I really don't know where I was gonna go with this. I was gonna say there's no such thing as late breakfast, but you know, there's brunch, there's dinner, right? This not the most beautiful omelet you've ever seen? Okay, so I had Mendocino Farms for dinner last night, and I think the curry couscous is like the best thing that has ever happened to this earth. So I always get a large of this side, so I'm going to plate some on my fabulous plate. And I have some chopped tomatoes that I chopped yesterday that I'm just gonna put on the side just for some vegetables. I'm gonna add some olive oil, some salt, and then a little bit of some basil. That is the word that I was looking for. my god, the tomatoes. Get a little bit of that cheese, a little bit of tomato. I had some truffle oil. I put in the eggs. So good. Best Saturday ever. I gobbled up my food so quickly. That was so delicious, so amazing. But all right, I'm gonna give you guys a little haul of what they gave me. So the place I went to was called Angel City Stitchery. There are not many needlepoint places in LA. There's about like, I wanna say 4, but they're all so spread out, spaced out. None of them are that close to me. This was like a 40-minute drive for me, and with traffic, almost an hour. Adorable place. I will definitely be going back. They also have Stitch and Sip, and they're also gonna start teaching people mahjong. I don't know if I'll do mahjong. Maybe I'll go just for funsies, but one hobby at a time, everybody. But they gave me a project bag, which is beautiful, adorable, amazing, phenomenal. And this is what's inside. First things first, the actual canvas, the actual project. So the lady who was teaching us, she hand painted this herself, which I think is so freaking cool. And she said there's like a QR code or like a link somewhere on something that she gave us. And once this is done, she said the link takes us to a video on how to self-finish this with like things you can get from Amazon, so it's super easy. So this is supposed to be like a keychain, like a little like key fob, not key fob, but a little keychain situation. Here is what we did today. She taught us continental, which I kind of knew how to do continental, but she just showed me how to do everything so properly. Like the back of this actually looks decent. Well, only these 2 parts. This little square, she was trying to teach us how to do basket weave, and I started just mindlessly stitching. My head was just somewhere else, and it looks nice, but I think I ended up just doing continental here, and the back is kind of ugly. And then I finally attempted to do basket weave. I had her reteach me while I was sitting there, and I think it's going okay. Basket weaving seemed a little bit harder than I was expecting, but the back is looking good. So that's that. And then she gave us a little beginner's guide card right here. Maybe this has the link. Oh yeah, there's the QR code. Very cute. And then they gave us this little ring with some goodies. This is just like a keychain of the place. Here's our little scissors. These are very sharp too. They're like really good scissors. A threader, which I haven't been using one. These are amazing. I'm glad they gave us one. And then they gave us the threads, and I'm just like, wow, they gave us literally everything, and they gave it to us on this little key ring. And that's what they gave us. And there was this canvas that I already texted my sister. I was like, I have to go back for this. It was like a little coffee girl, and I have to get it. That's gonna be my next project. The one that I originally got a few months ago, I think I'm gonna put a pin in it. I think I'm gonna take a pause on that one, just because like I started off the stitch, just the way I was stitching that canvas is just wrong. Let me just show you. Like, it doesn't look bad, but hold on. So this is what I began with. Like the stitching looks okay. It looks good. The back, a disaster. I was doing everything wrong. I will finish this eventually, but I'm going to finish the keychain, and then I really want to go back for the latte lady because I saw that and I was like, I just have to have it. I need it. I will come back to this at some point. And then they said this and it just made so much sense to me. And they were saying how stitching with like darker colors on like a darker background is just so hard. And I was trying to stitch the letters here, which you can kind of see. It's like a sparkly thread right there. And I would mess up so much that I would just frustrate myself, and I was like, this is supposed to be therapeutic, like it's supposed to be calming, and I felt like I had to just focus on it so much to the point where my eyes were straining. And with this, because the colors are brighter, I was just like mindlessly going. I was like talking, and the lady teaching the class was like, yeah, needle pointing should be like, you can do other things while you're doing it. This is supposed to be something that you can do while you're at like the doctor's office, while you're watching TV, watching a movie, stuff like that. So I was like, okay, that makes a lot of sense, but putting a pin in this one, we'll finish this and then eventually get the latte lady. And because I've been really into journaling, something I started doing this year is I have this little like tally page that I made for 2026. Here it is. I already put a little, is this the hobby one? Yeah, I already put a little tally for today. So besides really wanting to get into hobbies, I really want to focus on like my health this year as well. So basically the tally page, this is like the workout side and then this is the hobby side. Basically the tally page is me just like putting the tally on the page for whenever I work out or focus on one of my hobbies. It's kind of just a nice like visual for me. So once the end of the year comes, I'm gonna like look at all of the tally marks and hopefully the pages are filled up and I'm like, wow, that's the amount of times that I put time into myself. So that's been a nice little visual. But anyway, I'm gonna needlepoint on my bed. I was gonna go outside, but I'm also like kind of tired. I woke up so early to go to this class. Like I said, this place is like 40 minutes away from me. It started at 9. I got up pretty early because I wanted to look a little cutesy. But anyway, I'm so excited. If you can't tell, I'm just having like an amazing day. I'm having so much fun. I forgot to mention, but I recently got a brick, so let's brick ourselves out. And now we can properly have a hobby day. Did you give me allergies? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Good morning, everybody. It's Sunday. I was bricked out of my phone yesterday for about 3 hours, and I made lovely progress on my little needlepoint keychain thingy. And then honestly, I just napped. I was so tired. I think getting up early kind of just like caught up to me, and I was like, I'm taking a nap. I'm done. And then because of the time change, I was like, the sun is still shining. I want to get a gardening book, so I actually drove myself to Barnes & Noble, and I didn't vlog it because they had no gardening books. And I was so exhausted, like I basically forced myself to get out of the house. I put my jeans back on and everything just to come back empty-handed, but you know what? It's okay. Yesterday was lovely regardless, and today is going to be very exciting. We are going to Malibu because for 11 years, guys, 11 years, since I was in high school, I've always wanted to go to the Malibu Farm Cafe, the one that's like on the pier, because when I was in high school, I loved Tumblr, super into like old Instagram aesthetic, stuff like that, and everyone always had the little coffee jar and they would take a photo by the pier, and I'm like, one day I will do that. And I've never been, so today's the day. It may even be too crowded to the point where we won't even get a table, but fingers crossed. So if that doesn't work out, we'll go to Paradise Cove, which I've also never been to. Like, I've lived in LA my whole life and I've never been to these places, but I'm so excited. I'm going with my sister and her boyfriend. So yes, I will be third wheeling, but it's okay. Maybe we'll also like sit by the beach. Who knows? I'm gonna bring my book. Maybe I'll bring my little needlepoint bag, whatever. All right, I'm gonna get changed. Got my coffee. Same salted honey latte situation. Also last night, I don't know what happened. It's like, okay, this is something that's more recent, but every time I eat something that's like not in my usual daily food lineup, my stomach is like so sensitive now. Like my stomach hurts, and that happened to me last night, So I just never continued vlogging. I was like, all right, I'm done for the day. But anyway, don't know why I felt the need to share that with you guys. You know, some people are so good at vlogging and talking about everything and anything. And I'm like, what was the point of me saying that? You know what? I don't know where I'm going with this, but let's get changed. Let's get ready. So this is my outfit for today. This tank top is from Aerie. This skirt is from Urban Outfitters, or this skirt actually. And I love the prints. I love the colors so freaking much. The only thing is that it is kind of like a linen material, so it does wrinkle pretty fast. But I'm also wearing, hi Missy. Oh, she meowed. I'm also wearing my sister's Nikes. While getting ready, I was having one of those moments where I was like, this is why I need to keep up with getting my nails done. I, for 20 minutes, couldn't decide what shoes to wear with this outfit because I had nothing that really went with it except for these sandals. And the sandals are cute, but I avoid wearing open-toed shoes because I don't get my nails done. And I was like, I don't want anyone to see my toes. And the yellow sandals would have looked so cute. So anyway, that's why I opted for my sister's Vans, but here, or Nikes, whatever these shoes are, but here's my bag. I realistically don't think I'm gonna needlepoint at the beach because I don't even know if I'm gonna sit by the sand, so not sure. Here's Missy on my book, which after I finish beach read, I'm gonna read One Golden Summer. I'm super into the summer books right now, so super excited to start this. And this girl right here, she slept in my room last night, and she is like the family cat, but she's super, what the heck? But she's super attached to my sister, so we kind of consider her like my sister's cat. But anyway, she slept in my room last night, and unfortunately, I'm allergic to her fur. She looks so pissed off at me. And because I'm allergic to her fur, I woke up with this like red ring under my eye. I mean, it went away now. It's like very faintly still somewhere under my eye, but it's better now. But we love you anyway, miss, even though you're kind of, I'm gonna stop provoking her. Anyway. Okay, we drove past and the line looked so long, so we're about to get our answer to see if
like, is it just
there's
like the pier that's like
crowded.
or is it the restaurant?
Okay, he's gonna give us our answer. His face doesn't look
Yeah.
promising.
20 to 30 minutes. But as I approached, there was like a line of maybe less than 10 people, and someone came out saying immediate seating for indoors, and like no one wanted it.
So what do you want to do?
So, but yeah, like 20 to 30 minutes.
You're in the vlog. Should we just, I'm fine like sitting inside, I guess, just to, let's just go. Let's just go. We can walk the pier after.
Yeah.
Yay!
How's everything tasting so far over here? Good?
Okay, it was worth waiting.
That was good.
Yeah. I'm gonna try yours now. I think yours is the best. It's really good. Okay, I can't zoom in that far, but there's a dolphin somewhere. Oh, look at this guy. Look at this little bird. Hey, there's two. Hi. Oh. Oh, yeah, fabulous day, amazing. Wow. Oh, another one. Here's where we're at 9:30 p.m. I really need to get back on my 10K steps a day goal. I used to be so good at it at the beginning of last year, and then I just completely stopped, but I'm trying to get back into it. So whipped out the good old walking pad, but today was so much fun. Malibu Farm Cafe was honestly really good. I went into it with like low expectations because sometimes like really trendy places are like not that great, or they're very like mid. So I was just like, you know what, this is just to fulfill high school me's dream. And you know what's funny? The thing I wanted the most was a picture of that mason jar with their logo on it, and everyone at the table got that cup except me. I mean, I know it sounds silly, like it's not my actual dream, it's just like I just wanted that photo by the water. And they didn't have any seating outside, which obviously like everyone wants to sit outside, but overall I had a lovely day. The food was really good. It is like kind of pricey, but I finally went. Definitely worth the wait. And then we just kind of drove around a bit. We were trying to find another like little beach where we can all kind of just chill at, but the only thing about Malibu, and it reminded me why I don't go as much, it's just parking is not easy. Looking for parking is not easy since it is just like the highway. So we drove around a bit. I got a matcha. We just came back home. I stitched a little bit. I feel so stitching, saying that I'm stitching, but that was my Sunday and it was amazing. It was lovely. Honestly, this whole weekend was just so good. So I'm gonna end the vlog here in a second, but before I sign off, I'm gonna show you guys my stitch progress. So here is my progress so far. I finished the green up here. I started adding some orange over here, and then I have these 2 squares done, which I think you guys saw yesterday, and then I started this square. Is this backwards? No, it's not. I started this square today, and my only concern is that when I was actually at the class, I felt like the back of my canvas looked so good, and now that I'm not in the class, I feel like the back of my canvas is starting to look kind of or like the stitches I started doing at home are not looking as amazing. And I know like the back doesn't matter as much, but it was quite a nice feeling knowing that the back looked really good. So that's where I'm at. I want to do like the white background, like a different stitch, but I'm like, you know what, let me not get ahead of myself and just continue with the continental stitch. But that is my progress, and I have work tomorrow. The only thing about getting really into these hobbies is that I'm always like, ugh, I don't want to go to work. I want to do all the other fun things I've been doing lately. And I will be doing more PR Girl Diary videos soon. I just feel like my job has become a big part of like my life and personality, to the point where I'm like, there's more to me, and I don't want to make my job the only interesting thing about me. So that's why this year I really wanted to get into my hobbies, because I'm like, what's Cassandra outside of work? And it's honestly been very nice. So I will still do my work week videos, just not yet, because I've been enjoying these little fun other parts of my life, and I hope you guys are enjoying them too. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.